Okay, this is really awesome. We're at John Hander Honda's Internet Department / BDC. And we're going to do a quick interview.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And you are?
Jason Needles.
Okay, Jason. So, obviously, Dealer Synergy's on site. We're doing some training, and I kind of heard your story, and I thought it would be perfect for the interview for automotive internet sales. Let's start. How long have you been working at John Hander Honda?
It's been 9 months.
9 months. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
now,
still
how
there.
many cars do you usually average
so
selling?
Your mom said that
Usually average between probably about 30 to 35 a month.
30 to 35 cars.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Contribute something
All that
with,
out of this little space right here.
Yep. A little area.
I like this. Let's turn on. People take a look at it. It's like MTV Cribs, but for internet departments. I mean,
This is where I live 40 hours a week.
Okay. You have the mirror. Tell us about this mirror.
Well, they like to look, you know, when you're talking to your customers, they want you to be looking at yourself and smiling and kind of having a good time while you're doing it. So.
And you really do that.
Yeah, why not?
That's freaking awesome. Now, does it help you focus?
You know, I don't think about it on a day-to-day, but I think if it wasn't there, I would be missing it.
Okay. And computer and
And our direct
headset.
number?
Okay. So tell me,
740.
how does one sell
522.
30, 35 units a month over the internet by themselves?
1106.
Just working your leads as hard as you can. I mean, it's not calling them once, not calling them twice, 3 times a day.
How many phone calls do you make a day?
Between 130 and 150.
Yeah, about 25 minutes.
Stop. Repeat that again.
Between 130 and 150.
You make 130 to 150 phone calls in a day. There's people that only make 40 or 50 phone calls in the internet or BDC. What do you say to these people?
Get pounding.
I agree with you. My research has always showed that the hardest part of the entire internet department is just getting somebody on the phone.
Let's see. On the
Would you
other,
agree?
how many miles
Absolutely.
do you
So
have
if you're only
about-
calling 40, 50 people, you're not going to get a lot of people on the phone. You can't convert. So would you say that part of your success is the fact that you call so much?
Absolutely.
Okay,
And a
so
lot of
do you
emails.
need the
A lot of
address
emails.
so you can
What
give it to
about
them
your
to
schedule?
calculate?
Do you work? What type of shifts do you work?
Either 9 to
It would
6 or
be
11 to 8.
15,
And then, 9 to 6 or 11 to 8, and then about 2
What do you get the
weekends.
most? I see that it's usually 11 to 8. I'm sorry, 6 to 8 p.m. is the prime time. Do you find that for yourself too?
Pretty good, yep.
B as in
Absolutely.
boy.
So if you're in the internet department, it doesn't make sense to just work 9 to 5.
No, I mean, we're kind of stuck with the hours that we're, when we have this many of us.
No, what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about for people watching this. If they're at a dealership, then you only work 9 to 5. Wouldn't you say you're missing a big boat?
Absolutely.
That's what I was getting at. Okay, good.
All right, I'll look forward
What
to
type
hearing
of
from you.
challenges do you have? What type of with all these phone
Thank you.
calls, your customers, your prospects, what type of objections do you usually get a lot of?
Just shopping a price, basically wanting me to give them a price so they can possibly take it somewhere else and get a better price.
Well, how do you handle when somebody says, I don't want to come in unless I get the best price? What do you say?
Other than the fact that we'll match a price. I'm pretty firm on letting them know that I'm not going to give them a price just so they can take it somewhere else and shop me and not give me a shot. So if they're truly wanting the best price, then they can bring me what they have and we'll be happy to match.
See, for me, I'm of the big mindset that price is only relevant with the absence of value. You've heard that phrase before?
Sure.
Price is only relevant with the absence of value. And for me, I try to teach all of our clients at Dealer Synergy, including you guys, that you don't have to give up price. You don't have to give up gross either to sell cars on the internet. But there's people that are watching this that think that, oh my gosh, if it's an internet customer, you can't make money. Or if it's an internet customer, you have to give them the triple net. That's not true, right?
No.
So you're telling me you sell 30, 35 units, and a lot of the time you don't give them the prices?
No.
I love it. Okay, now what would you say if you could pick the 3 or 4 things that you do that makes you the most successful? So obviously we have a new hire that's right behind you, and we've got new people that are coming into the organization. If you were going to mentor your people, if you're going to say, look, welcome on board to John Hander Honda, internet or BDC, here's a couple tips that I would like to give you so you could be truly effective and successful in automotive internet sales. What would the 2, 3, 4 tips be that you think that all internet coordinators, especially in the Dealer Synergy system, should do?
We have to realize all these people that are contacting us, they're looking for a car. We're not going out looking for them. So it's okay to call them and call them 5, 6, 7 times a day until you get something out of them. Either a no, a yes, a maybe. I mean, you have to be really persistent with them. Emails, calls.
So contacts. You can't just turn and assume that just because you call them 4 or 5 times, that they're not interested. You have to keep the methodical follow-up.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good. Another tip. Give me another tip. What else is important?
You have to work really good with the people that you have. I mean, I work really well with Chad and Nate and Tim. Those are our internet
So
sales
as your role as the internet coordinator, the appointment setter, the BDC rep, so to speak, you work hand in hand with the internet sales consultants, which are called your internet sales managers.
Yes.
These are automotive sales professionals that are product knowledge certified, that actually do the product presentation, demo drive, delivery.
Yep.
Which I think is also, I think it's really accurate, Jason, that you can't just be an army of one. You can't just do this by yourself. You should have any dealership, no matter what the infrastructure, should have a good synergistic team with the sales team, closers, and yourself. Okay,
Absolutely.
give me another tip. 2 more. What about process? Do you just wing it, or do you follow the process?
No, you have the script is huge. I mean, you need to follow the script. It's easy sometimes to get off, and I had a problem when I was first starting, and I was doing 15, 20 cars a week or a month, and once I really believed in it and started following what they were, what I was supposed to follow, then that's when I saw my numbers immediately increase.
Do you track your data?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's like the 4th tip right there. Tell us about how you track your performance, your calls, connections, appointments, shows, deliveries, all that stuff.
Everything's kept in a couple different places. A 3-minute book. I have a tick sheet which sits right in front of me. Right here, I tick every call that I make, every internet lead I get, every show that I get, every appointment that shows up, and every sold. I write down my appointments. We keep them in a Google Doc every day. That's updated.
Now, I don't know why you do it. The reason why I teach people to do that is because each action has a positive or negative reaction. You know what I mean? The more people you call, it's going to affect the people that actually answer the phone. The more connections you have is going to affect the amount of appointments you make. The amount of appointment confirmations is going to affect the amount of appointments that show up. The amount of shows are going to affect your sales. So for me, the reason why I have those scorecards in the 3-minute books and why you do the tick sheets for me is to be able to not only track all of the variables, but to identify and isolate which ones you need to improve on.
Absolutely.
Okay. Any last words you'd like to impart to the people?
No.
All right, good. I think this is going to be inspiration. I think it's really amazing that you're selling 35 cars. What's the most that you've ever sold out of the department?
I did 49 in March.
Stop. You did 49 units.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. And again, so people that are watching this, you're looking at someone that's sold 49 cars out of the internet department. And
I'll beat that this month.
You're going to do that? You're going to beat that this month? You're going to break 50?
Oh.
Here, I'm going to make this is my commitment to you. If you turn on and break 50, I'm going to make you the dealership of the month
All right.
for you, and it's going to go viral. So that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.